Hello and welcome to our coverage of the WNBA on 2K Sports.
And this game will see the Seattle Storm going up against the Washington.
For joining us, I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. And so many talented players in the league. Anyone you think that gets overlooked?
Maybe not overlooked, but Nneka Ogwumike sticks out to me. Didn't get named to the United States team that went to Tokyo, despite clearly being one of the best in the world.
And for me, it's Alicia Gray, because you simply can't quantify what she brings with her defensive intensity. And when you look at gritty players like Gray, they deserve more props.
Now here's Delle Donne. A rebound by Breanna Stewart.
And she doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
Foul call that time on the way up.
I was always telling younger players, utilize the pump fake. Stewart understands that because she's an offensive juggernaut.
Down low, Austin. Goes back up. No good that time. So the Storm will take it the other way. Outside, Stewart. And it's Austin with the rebound.
Golden opportunity to finish the break, and she watches it.
You simply can't be missing finishes like that. It's inexcusable.
Playing for a Russian club team back in 2019, Breanna Stewart tore her Achilles during the European title game, the final game of the season.
An easy 2 points on the layup.
Stewart's presence down low stems from her skills and finesse. She's something to watch and something to admire.
They double team Elena Delle Donne. Pass to Austin. Delle Donne right side. Cloud inside. Bird with the steal. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And a foul on Natasha Cloud. That is her first foul of the game. Well, unfortunately for Stewart, she missed the entire 2019 WNBA season.
Yeah, the good news, Stewie's come back even better, winning the title in 2020. Returning from that is really incredible. Tells you a bit about Stewart's dedication to be the best.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jones. That's her first foul.
Team's first. Third team foul.
Here's Stewart. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Breanna Stewart. That is her first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play. Cut her off. Squared up. Nice play.
Yeah, not showing some toughness on defense. Getting physical, sticking her nose in there, and making a play.
Back to Delle Donne. Pass to Jones. Delle Donne. And there's the foul. It's on Elena Delle Donne. That is her first foul of the game.
And they're one away from being a penalty.
They're going to have to be cautious from now on because the next one puts them on the line.
Those free throws can really add up. These teams, they don't look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do. A double-digit lead was still in the first. Ouch.
I hope this one gets closer. Jeez. Very well done. Confident and composed, as always.
Seattle in the lead.
One of the biggest trades in league history. Chicago sending Elena Delle Donne to Washington back in 2017. The Mystics gained an MVP and changed the course of their franchise.
Now here's Delle Donne. Jones outside. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Atkins missing.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
That 2017 Delle Donne trade, it also changed the power of the league.
Yeah, in her second season in D.C., Delle Donne led the Mystics to their first WNBA Finals. They ended up falling to the Storm. But what about year 3? MVP and Washington won it all. I'd say that trade worked out pretty well for them, huh?
Now here's Delle Donne. And that comes off the assist by Natasha Cloud.
The size of Delle Donne is a lot for a defense, especially when she's looking to scoring close.
Now a timeout called by Seattle.
After winning the 2019 title with Washington, we didn't see Elena Delle Donne for 2 years. She opted out of the 2020 bubble season, then in 2021 just playing 3 games.
Washington Mystics dancers.
And it's the Storm with the ball, leading by 5. Here we go, one-on-one. Cloud inside. To the paint. Delle Donne, no good. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Bird, she's covered by Cloud. Inside, working on Jones. And that one's good. Stewart.
Well, this is what Stewart is, a big-time scorer. She's averaged more than 20 points per game in her career.
And they go to the intentional foul.
I have no idea why she's fouling them. Maybe there's a little bad blood between those two.
Maybe. I mean, that's the only explanation for it. And even then, it's not a very good one.
Delle Donne inside. She's guarded by Williams. Pass to Delle Donne. Natasha Cloud from outside. Oh, no good.
That's
trying to
the
beat the buzzer. And so the first quarter in the books.
8.
Storm out in front.
Storm,
They're up by
50.
7. Quarter number 2.
Here we go. Please give it up for your Washington Mystics.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up.
Okay,
And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Storm?
Not much room to operate on this one. A very tough D through 1.
You know, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
Atkins. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Delle Donne. She's off on that one. Good D by Tina Charles. Right side, Stewart. Shoots over Jones. And it's Austin with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
Here's Delle Donne. Count that one.
An injury has never deterred Delle Donne from her goal, scoring buckets and winning games. So why would a little contact?
First trip to the free throw line for her tonight. And the free throw, no good.
The top recruit in the nation out of high school, Elena Delle Donne, actually played volleyball during her first year of college.
Stewart can't hit. Washington trailing. Pass to Jones. Ariel Atkins on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark.
And you know, Delle Donne was set to go to UConn, but last minute decided to go home.
Came back to Delaware. I wanted to be close to home. She's very close with her sister Lizzie, who has cerebral palsy, is blind, and is deaf. So spending time with Lizzie was so important for Elena Deladon.
And that one's good. Jones.
Look, elite scorers like Deladon understand they won't be the ones scoring the ball every time. Nice job of keeping her teammates involved.
Left side, Williams. Stewart. Out to the wing. Deep Bird. And the rebound goes to the Mystics. Now here's Jones. Atkins with it. And Williams picks her up defensively. Deladon right side. Got a piece of it. Williams with the steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Storm. Back to Stewart. To the right side. The three. Elena Deladon with the rebound.
Very close that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Bird, defended by Atkins. Austin with the steal. And the Mystics on the break. Here's Jones. Knocked loose.
Yeah, she tried to fight her way through traffic and just couldn't do it.
Left side, Williams. Stewart. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
The idea of setting a screen on that play, it was the good idea, the right idea, but the execution was not.
Yeah, you really want to set a hard screen, but you also want to make sure it's a legal one.
Pass to Deladon. Over Charles. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots.
First personal foul, teams first.
That one on Charles.
Second team foul.
The Elena Deladon story, it's just so
Shooting for
interesting.
Washington.
She played volleyball in her first year in college.
At
Went
the
to
line
tiny
for two.
Delaware, over powerhouse Connecticut, a one-of-a-kind star.
And so she makes both from the line. All right, I've got a question for the both of you in terms of team building. Would you rather build around one star and then have a, more of a collective of solid role players? Or would you go with the big three type model where you're filling out the rest of your roster with more veteran minimum?
Third team foul.
Well, I think anytime you're really going for it, you need multiple stars to win a title. And to me, it's just much easier to fill the roster when you have a couple all-stars to plug in around.
And I'm on the other camp. I like having that one franchise player. You construct your entire roster around them. That way, if something goes wrong, you'll have some roster flexibility.
Time called here. The Storm decide to talk it over.
Oh, there are a few franchises you can mention when you're talking about the best teams. Seattle certainly is in the conversation. And you talk about on-court success, no team has more championships.
And that one falls, and that puts them up. It's a one-point game now. Talking about the Storm, we know Seattle has the banners, but it's about more than that.
Certainly, Blake. Seattle also has one of the best fan bases in the league. But then they also do great work in the community. They have a fantastic ownership group. They are a model organization for the rest of the WNBA.
A nice fast break from start to finish.
And what a finish it was, guys. Just so pretty.
The pass, the dunk, everything.
Back to Stewart. Trying to get back on track. It's rebounded by Elena Deladon.
She's disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all with her offense.
And she'll be happy to get this period over and done with and just start fresh.
Stolen by Jones.
Storm foul.
And the call will be against Bird. That's her third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect. So we'll head to the line to
Shooting
shoot
for
two.
Washington.
And first trip to the free throw line for her in this one.
Taking 2
And the
shots.
first one at the line is good.
Well, you look back at the 2019 Mystics team, and they certainly etched their place in history with the WNBA title. The first Washington team to win it all. It all came to fruition after they had a league-best 26-8 record in the regular season.
Pass to Atkins. Stolen by Russell. And 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Stewart. The shot's good on the assist by Tina Charles.
Great ball movement. It ends with Charles making the extra pass. She has a great feel for the game.
To the middle. Here's Austin. And she uses the glass on the layup.
She's been able to find her open teammate every trip down the floor.
I mean, it sure has seemed like it, right? I mean, great day passing the rock for her. Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going on here. Mystics ahead. They lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter going.
Okay, fans, get on up for your...
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. What a game we're seeing from Breanna Stewart.
I know we've said it about 1,000,000 times already, but I'll say it again. She's had a great half, scored a lot of points.
And in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half she had. She can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Well, Shakira Austin grew up in Fredericksburg, Virginia, just a bit south of Washington, D.C. So I imagine she was pretty thrilled to be drafted 3rd overall by the Mystics.
And Austin, of course, going to the Mystics in the 2022 draft, a great situation for her.
Oh, and she hit the ground running in D.C., an old-school 6'5" center. Austin had a double-double in her second career game. Expect Austin to pile up the boards for years to come.
Pass to Russell. Stewart. And the 3 off target. Inside. Deladon, shot's good.
Little moves like that to show you the skill level of Deladon.
The Storm trail. Stewart, guarded by Jones. Stewart inside, working on Jones. This one for 3. The shot misses. So the Mystics will take it the other way. Breanna Stewart with the steal. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Takes the 3. And the Storm miss again.
It's almost like she's trying to make things hard on herself. Work it around, get an easier shot.
Pass to Austin. And here's Deladon. Breanna Stewart with the steal. Williams with it. Now Atkins defending. Right side Stewart. The 3 ball. That's tipped. Back to Deladon. Count that one.
Maybe the best score we've ever seen. Deladon can score anywhere, and at 6'5", she can score on anyone.
Breanna Stewart draws the double. To the inside. Russell. Outside for Stewart. Breanna Stewart can't get that one to fall. And here's Washington. Jones outside. Off the mark there with the 3. Pass to Charles. Back to Stewart. Austin with it. Picked up by Stewart. Deladon inside. She's against Russell. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Breanna Stewart.
3rd personal foul.
That is her 3rd foul so far. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And the ball out of play.
The 2020 season was just so different. The entire season was played in Bradenton, Florida, and I think that makes Seattle's championship in the Wubble that much more impressive.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Breanna Stewart.
4th personal foul.
That will get her 4th foul of the game. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes
inside.
in the 3rd. 2 minutes.
Here's Deladon. And that's collected by Tina Charles. And that 2020 championship by the Storm, arguably the most challenging title in WNBA history.
Well, you tip your hat to Bird, Stewart, Lloyd, the rest of that 2020 Storm team. The physical and mental challenges they overcome We've never seen it. We may never see it again.
And stolen by Charles. Outside for Stewart. To the wing, right side. And Tina Charles gets the three.
Well, the game has changed. So has Charles. She made just 2 threes total in her first 6 seasons. Now she is much more comfortable from this range.
Pass to Deladon. And she gets the bucket.
Tina Charles. Third personal foul.
Well, Natasha Cloud is a player who just gets better every year she's out there. A second-round pick out of a smaller school, Cloud fought for a spot in this league, and now she's thriving.
Here's Stewart. Left block shot on the way. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Second personal.
That's on Jones.
First team
A
foul.
big part of Stewart's game, getting to the line. She was second in the WNBA in free throw makes her rookie season.
The Mystics leading. Pass to Deladon. Over Charles. They get it again. And the basket by Deladon.
A hard-earned bucket. It's so refreshing to see a player like Deladon who never gives up on a play. She just plays with so much fire and passion.
Back to Bird. Williams with it. To the paint. Stewart. Second chance shot. And she sinks the layup.
Crashes the glass with effort and intensity. Stewart loves turning boards into buckets.
Deladon. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Ariel Atkins.
I mean, she scored most of their points herself. Her offense is a big part of her team's recipe for success.
Tries a 3. Williams can't get it to go. Down low. And stolen by Charles. And we've reached the end of the third. Mystics ahead. They're up by 9. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, this was some artistry right here. Great decision on where to go with the ball and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way, Tim. It's true team basketball.
It's just so much fun to watch.
Welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Three-pointer, Brianna Stewart. That shot missing. And Washington will go the other way with it. Out to Atkins. Goes back up. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact. And
personal
two.
First team foul.
When she gets down low, the 6'5" Deladon is just so hard to stop. Sometimes you have no choice. You have to foul her.
So she gets them both. Well, the WNBA changed the playoff format in 2022, moving away from those single elimination games.
The first 2 rounds used to be those winner-take-all games, but now we've got best of 3 in the first round, with the top 8 teams making the playoffs.
Yeah, so the top 2 seeds no longer get buys to the semifinals, and I think it's a great change. You know, it was a little unfair that the 3rd and 4th seeds could have their season end in just 1 game.
And it's Stewart missing.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, she's been ice cold. Very little going her way out there.
Deladon, no good.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood tall there.
She gets it in there.
Once Russell gets inside, it's already too late. She has a nice touch around the basket.
Williams with it, and it's Jones picking her up to the middle. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, she's their top scorer, but the defense has forced her into a tough shooting performance. She's going to have to shoot better if they want to win.
Brianna Stewart draws the double. Unable to get that one to go. And it's the Mystics taking it the other way. Here's Deladon. The putback. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hard-fought bucket there. Nice putback.
Outside, Stewart. Jacks up a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Look, that's just her range. If If you don't guard her from out there, Stewart will make you pay. Heck, even if you do guard her, Stewart can still hit the outside.
So close to picking that pass off.
Still a nice play, though, to make sure the pass didn't reach the target.
Here's Jones. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the foul called on Cloud.
Natasha Cloud.
That'll be her second foul of the game.
First team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed by now here in the fourth. Stewart.
Some intense defense from Austin using her physical gifts to stay all over the shot.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Deladan gets the bucket.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Bird outside. Pass to Stewart. There's the triple. And the Storm. Another break.
Look, a big part of being a dominant scorer is coming through with big buckets for your team. Stewart simply thrives from the
Washington foul.
And there's the foul. It's on Deladan. That'll be her second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Bird outside. Pass to Williams. To the inside. Stewart with the bucket.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it and get back into this game.
And it was their defense, just as much as their offense, that served as the catalyst and allowed them to put this run together.
What a display.
Outside Charles. Excellent defense there from Elena Deladan. Down low, Jones. Can't hit that one. And the Storm going the other way now. Left side, Williams. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist.
It's nice to see elite scorers like Stewart create for others, because despite her skill set, she understands it's a team game.
Sinks it. And that shot brings them within just one.
Love the comfortability in the clutch. I think it's because Charles has seen just about everything in this league.
Well, good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is. And we just saw it right there, didn't we? Without her presence, that's an easy 2 points.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a little bit here.
Probably a smart move. Be calm, be patient. And Deladan loves having the ball. Loves being at the line in these moments. She believes in herself.
Shooting for your Washington Mystics. Elena Deladan.
At the line for two.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up 2. And so both free throws good this time. And it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt here.
And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Getting easy buckets for teammates. That's what Sue Bird does, and she's been doing it for a long time.
Outside Stewart. They could win it. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. So it's the Mystics taking the W. It was a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
These are those games that are so great to win. And so hard to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, just wondering what would happen next.